I'll tell you what I think.
All right, we ain't going nowhere in here. I'm ready to go into court right now and declare a hung jury.
I go for that, too. Come on. Let's take it into the judge. Let this kid take his chances with 12 other guys.
Well, I don't think the judge will accept a hung jury. We haven't been in here very long.
Well, let's find out.
I'm not in favor of that.
Listen, this kid wouldn't stand a chance with another jury, and you know it. Come on, we're hung. Nobody's going to change his vote. Let's take it inside.
You mean you still don't think there's room for a reasonable doubt?
No, I don't.
I beg your pardon. Maybe you do not understand the term reasonable doubt.
What do you mean I don't understand? Who do you think you're talking to, me? What's the nerve of this guy?
I'm telling you, they're all alike. They come over here running for their life, and before they can take a deep breath, they're telling us how to run the show, huh?
The arrogance of it.
Wait a minute. Nobody's asking where you came from.
I was born right here.
Or where your father came from.
Oh, you calling him arrogant because he wasn't born here.
Please,
Well, I'm calling you arrogant because you were. How's that?
Hey, look, Sonny.
Now, who the hell you calling?
Hey, look, Sonny. Nobody around here's gonna tell me what words I understand and what words I don't. Especially him. 'Cause I'll knock his Middle Eastern European goddamn head off.
All right, cut the bullshit. We're not going in as a hung jury. Now, come on, let's get back to work.
There's something I would like to discuss, if it's all right with you, gentlemen.
An important point for the prosecution was the fact that after the boy claimed he'd been at the movies during the hours that the killing took place, couldn't remember the names of the movies or the stars who appeared in them. This gentleman here has brought that point in here several times. That's correct.
It was the only alibi the boy offered, and he himself couldn't back it up with any details at all.
Well, putting yourself in the boy's place, if you can, do you think that you would be able to remember details after an experience such as your father hitting you in the face?
Yes, I think so, if there were any special details to remember.
The boy couldn't remember the names of the movies he saw because he wasn't there that night.
According to the police testimony in court, the boy was questioned by the detectives in the kitchen of his apartment, while the body of his father was lying on the floor in the bedroom. Do you think you could remember details under those circumstances?
I do.
Under great emotional stress?
Under great emotional stress.
Of course, in court, he did remember the names of the pictures, and he remembered the names of the stars that appeared.
Oh, yes, his lawyer took great pains to bring that out. He had 3 months, from the night of the murder to the day of the trial, in which to memorize them. I take the testimony of the policeman who interrogated him right after the murder, when he couldn't remember a thing about the movies. Great emotional stress or not.
I'd like to ask you a personal question.
Go ahead.
Where were you last night?
I was home.
How about the night before that?
Come on, what is this? No, that's all right. I left the office at 8:30 and went straight home and to bed.
And the night before that?
It was Tuesday, thank you.
The night of the bridge tournament. I played bridge.
Monday night?
When you get down to New Year's Eve, 1954, let me know, huh?
Monday night?
Oh, yes, my wife and I went to the movies.
Ah.
Yeah.
What did you see?
The Scarlet Circle. It is a very clever whodunit.
What was the second feature?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Lies and Secrets. It was a very touching story about a black woman who...
Excuse me. That's called Secrets and Lies.
Secrets and Lies, yes.
Correct. And who was in Secrets and Lies?
Wait a minute. It was something with...
Barbara Long, I think it was. A dark, very pretty girl. Or Lynn or Long, something like that.
Who else?
I'd never heard of them before. It's a very inexpensive second feature with...
They're actors that I'm not familiar with. There was something with... No.
No. And you weren't under an emotional stress, were you?
No. I wasn't.
I think the point is made.
Big point. You can talk till your tongue is dragging on the floor. The boy is guilty, period. Know what I mean, my friend?
Who's got the cough drops?
They're all gone.
My friend.
Oh, boy, look at that rain. There goes your ball game. It's only a shot. Besides, you got the infield covered.
Now, who's got something constructive to say?
Well, there's one thing been bothering me a little.
Say, could I see that knife for a second?
All right, gentlemen. We're still tied 6-6. Who's got a suggestion?
I do. Let's have dinner.
Let's go to 7, give it another hour.
Okay.
That's something I want to say.
Well, there was this whole business about the stab wound and how it was made.
The downward angle.
Oh, don't tell me we're going to start that again. They went over it in court.
I know they did. I don't happen to go along with it. Now, this boy is 5 feet 8 inches tall. His father was 6'2". Now, that's a difference of 6 inches.
Now, it's an awkward thing to stab down into somebody's chest.
To someone who's more than half a foot taller than you are.
Give me that. I'll give you a demonstration. Somebody get up.
Okay. Watch this, please. I don't want to have to do it again.
And I'll make myself about 6 or 7 inches shorter, okay?
It's about right, maybe a little more.
Okay, a little more.
Hey, that's not funny. What's the matter with you?
Calm down, will you? Nobody's hurt, are they?
No, nobody's hurt.
Now, there's your angle. Take a look at it. Down and in.
And this is the way it was done. Now tell me I'm wrong.
Down and in, I guess there's no argument.
Here. Wait a minute. Give me the knives.
Boy, I hate these things. Did you ever see a knife fight? No. You? No? Anybody here ever see a knife fight? Oh, I have. You know, on my back stoop, a lot across the street, backyard. Switchblades came with the neighborhood where I lived.
It's funny, I didn't think about it before.
I guess you try to forget those things. You can't use this kind of knife that way.
How do you use a switchblade?
Well, he never used it like this. See, you lose too much time switching hands. Here's how.
You use it underhand.
Like this. Anyone who's ever used one of these have never handled it any other way.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's why they made it open like that.
You'd say the boy was pretty handy with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
You think he could have made the kind of wound that killed his father?
No. Not with the experience he'd had all his life handling these things.
Go for him underhanded.
How do you know? Were you in the room when the father was killed?
No, and neither was anyone
I
else.
don't believe it. I don't either. You're giving us another mumbo-jumbo.
I don't think you can determine what type of wound the boy might or might not have made simply because he knew how to handle a knife.
What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How about you?
Look, I want to tell you something. I'm getting a little sick of this whole thing already.
You know, I mean, all this yapping is getting us nowhere. So I'm gonna break it up here.
I changed my vote to not guilty.
You what?
You heard me. I had enough.
What do you mean you've had enough? That's no answer.
Hey, listen,
You just worry about yourself.
He's right. That is not an answer. What kind of a man are you?
You have sat here and voted guilty with everyone else because there are some baseball tickets burning a hole in your pocket.
And now you say you're going to change your vote because you've had enough with all the talking?
Listen, buddy,
You cannot do this.
Listen, buddy.
Who tells you that you have the right to play like this with a man's life? Don't you care?
Now, wait a minute.
Talk like that to me.
I can talk like that to you.
If you want to vote not guilty, then do so because you are convinced that the man is not guilty, not because you're in a hurry.
If you want to vote guilty, then vote that way. Or don't you have the guts to do what you think is right?
Hey, now listen, buddy. You just
Guilty or not guilty?
I told you, not guilty.
Why?
Look, I don't have to...
You do have to. Say it. Why?
I don't think he's guilty.
I want another vote now.
All right, there's another vote call for us. I guess the quickest way would be by a show of hands. Everyone agree? All right, all those voting not guilty, raise your hands.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine.
Those voting guilty, raise your hands.
1, 2. Three.
Vote is 9-3 in favor of acquittal.
I don't understand you people. I mean, all these picky little points you keep bringing up, they don't mean nothing. You saw this kid just like I did. You're not going to tell me you believe that phony story about losing the knife and that business about being at the movies? Look, you know how these people lie? It's born in them. I mean, what the heck? I don't have to tell you.
Now look, let's talk facts. These people are born to lie. Now that's the way they are, and no intelligent man's gonna tell me otherwise. They don't know what the truth is. You take a look at them. They're different. They think different, they act different, and they don't need some big excuse to kill somebody either. When it's true, everybody knows it.
They drink and they get into a fight
And bang!
somebody's lying in the gutter. Nobody can blame them.
The way they are, by nature. You know what I mean? Violent.
Human life doesn't mean as much to them as it does to us. Where are you going? Look, these people are drinking and fighting all the time. And if somebody gets killed, somebody gets killed. They don't care.
Oh, sure, there's some good things about them, too. Look, I'm the first one to say that.
I've known some who were okay, but that's the exception.
You know what I mean? Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? Well, I'm trying to tell you. You're making a big mistake, you people. This kid is a liar. I know it. I know all about them. Listen to me.
There isn't one of them that's got any good in it. Not one of them.
There's not one that's any good. Not one! You hear that? Sympathetic bastards.
You listen to what I tell you. That kid that's on trial there. Don't you know about him?
They come over here and they benefit from everything that we built. That's right. Don't look at me like that. There's a danger. We are living in a dangerous time, brother.
There's a danger here. These people are dangerous. They're wild. Listen to me. Listen to me. I have.
I've had enough.
Sit down. And don't
Open your mouth again. So I'm trying.
It's always difficult to keep personal prejudice out of a thing like this. And wherever you run into it, prejudice always obscures the truth. I don't really know what the truth is. suppose anybody will ever really know. 9 of us now seem to feel that the defendant is innocent. But we're just gambling on probabilities. We may be wrong. We may be trying to let a guilty man go free. I don't know. Nobody really can. But we have a reasonable doubt. And that's something that's very valuable in our system. No jury can declare a man guilty unless it's sure. We 9 can't understand how you 3 are still so sure. Maybe you can tell us.
I'll try.